But a furlough.
Your camera, though. As long as it's your camera.
Yeah. One of them has to be his.
Camera.
That's right, one of mine. Jack Evans, the Council of Finance Revenue Chairman, has floated the idea, and others have mentioned it, and I don't know if you have, so I'll ask you. One way to save some money is like Montgomery County is having the progressive furloughs of government workers. If you're under $50,000 a year, you're going to have to take 3 furlough days. If you're 50 to 100, you're going to have to take 5 furlough days. And over 100, you're going to take 8 furlough days. In the District of Columbia, if everyone takes a furlough day, it saves $5 million. Are you in favor of maybe some furlough days of government workers, however it might be structured, as opposed to cutting the services?
Well, first of all, we have to make some tough choices. And the first thing that residents, when I talk to them, what they ask is, how much money is left on the table? And that's why my committee spent an incredible amount of time looking at the Great Streets TIF debt service allocation. And what we found out that it was over allocated by close to $6 million. And when we found that $6 million mistake, which was $6 million that was allocated to go nowhere, to be over allocated, we were able to take that particular money and then use that for a child care subsidy, use that to restore some fees that the mayor had put in place, use that to restore, to make sure our neighborhoods get the economic development inside of our neighborhoods like Georgia Avenue, Kennedy Street, MLK. And I think that's what residents want first. So that's the first objective, is what's left on the table and what job is the council doing finding that additional money that has not been allocated properly. The second thing you have, as you well know, is you're able to either cut services, raise fees, or look at furloughs. And I've looked at furloughs, and I think it's $5 million. I think it's $3.2 million for non-essential personnel per day that we do that. Montgomery County and other areas are having 10 days that they're actually doing it. So when you talk to even some of the employees, you say, do we look at cuts? Do we look at taking 1 day or 2 day furlough, which is clearly less than other areas, than the surrounding areas here in the District of Columbia and other states? But that right there will be able to save services, much needed services that
so
need
you're
it.
at least looking at furloughs.
Oh, yes,
you haven't decided yes,
exactly,
but you're at least going to look at it.
Well, I think we also have to make
here's
sure,
the most
well,
important
I think
thing.
we have to make sure
you got to vote on Wednesday, so you don't have a lot of time to think about it.
Well, we also have to make sure that we include our labor unions and everyone inside of this particular conversation.